that quicksand would be a much bigger problem in life. I used to think that favorites and least favorites, favorite color, favorite food, etc., were given to you by your parents like your name. Turning a light on inside of a car while it was moving was illegal. Pretend there's something in our cups.
Yeah. Hello.
Welcome or welcome back.
I'm Erin Bell.
And I'm Kenny Page.
And we are Potty Mouth. That's how I feel after filming. This is our fourth one tonight. This is the most we filmed in one set. I think we've only filmed 3 at most.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We have more Reddit reads. This one, I was inspired by Smosh, but it was something that I don't want, like I said, I don't want to take full credit because I was inspired by Smosh to do it now. They just released, don't quote me on what exactly it was called, but ridiculous things that you believed as a child, or like growing up, things that you like
that concept.
Things. Yeah. Inspired by Smosh, we decided to do it now, which obviously by the time that this comes out, it will be well over a month since they came out with theirs. Yeah. But I did find this one from r/AskReddit. What's the most ridiculous thing you believed as a child? And this is from 210 days ago, and elmofo666 posted this. The first one, which I will probably just go kind of like in order. And we can also share some of the stuff that we were told / believed as a child as well. So the first one says, I used to believe that the moon followed me wherever I went. I'd look out of the car window at night, and no matter how fast we drove or how many turns we took, the moon was always right there watching me. I thought it was some kind of celestial stalker.
Jesus.
Somebody said, we all did. LOL. Plus quicksand and the Bermuda Triangle and Sasquatch. Oh my. This one literally says that most adults had their together.
No, literally.
Like, believing that when you became an adult, you would live the most perfect, stress-free
organized,
life.
Nothing ever goes wrong.
You go to work, like what you see in the movies and in TV shows. Dad goes to work, has a long day at work. He comes home, he hangs his hat up, he sits down, he grabs his newspaper. Mom's cooking a nice home-cooked meal. Wrong. If you're living that life, good for you, but wrong. Or we just haven't hit that point in life now because...
Well, no, even still, like, I always thought, even, like, like, Brandon and, like, Elizabeth, because they're older, you know, I'm 24, and they're in their 30s. So, like, I always kind of view them as, what do you call that, like, older, like, you people you look up to, kind of like your parents, like, you think, you know, that everything's great, and that, like, and that they're, I don't know how to explain that, so I'm like, I just always thought, I'm like, oh... Their lives are perfect. Like, they're so much older. They're so much wiser. Like, they have everything down. Like
you can't wait to grow up kind of thing.
I can't wait to grow up and be them. Like, yeah, you know, like, that's what I always thought. I mean, obviously, getting closer to everybody and hearing stories and stuff, and you're like, oh, we have the same issues. That's crazy. But it makes sense. It's just, I don't know. I still have some of those barriers with some of my relatives. Is like the difference between growing up. Like, when you're a kid, you're like, you idolize them.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh my God. Because, like, they had families and had gotten married, and I was in high school still. Mm-hmm. So, like, you have this idea, but then we never had anything to break the barrier until literally, like, this last year or the year before. And I was like, oh, I guess we're all in the same playing field. And I never thought of it like that because I was like, oh, I look up to them. Like, I idolize them to an extent, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, crazy. I've been thinking about that, and I was like, that's weird. Like, it's so crazy. Yeah. I'm like, wow. You're not... They're like celebrities in my mind. Like, it doesn't make
literally,
sense.
Like, whenever you're kids and you're like, oh...
I want to be like them when I grow up. Because, like, I always... Oh, my God. So, Elizabeth lived with my dad, so, like, I saw her more. And I used to share a room with her, which... I'm so sorry. I was a of a child,
How dare you take her chocolate.
I did. I used to bite her... It was, like, the
Cadbury eggs.
Cadbury eggs, or, like, the chocolate eggs in general. And I would take a nibble and then wrap it back up and put it on her shelf. And she was like...
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Trailed off.
I mean, it wasn't really trailed off.
It was on topic, but you know.
This one said that quicksand would be a much bigger problem in life.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because what the it's like in everything. Backyardigans.
Yeah, like,
how many times do they fall into like
as a kid trying to think
quicksand.
of like, how am I gonna get out of this? Like, if I ever come across quicksand, I gotta wear like tall boots. I gotta figure out how to get out of this. Which also funny story. My where I hunt at, it's in the swamp. So we always called it the quicksand. I don't think it's just swamp. I mean, I don't think that there's quicksand around here, but we called it the quicksand.
Because it acts like that?
Yeah, like if you step in, you'll slowly disappear if you stand there for long enough. But plus it's by the swamp. And the one day, my cousin went with my dad, I went with my uncle, and we were looping back around trying to like meet up. And my uncle specifically told me, be careful, don't step there up here. We're getting up to like this spot. Yeah, I stepped there because we were kind of like whispering back and forth, like kind of like la di dee la di da.
You're not paying attention.
Yeah, and I stepped in it and I started sinking, and we were dying. Like at that point, we're like, we're not gonna see any deer. We're worried about if I'm gonna get my boots back, how I'm gonna get out of here. My cousin, my dad, came up and like met us there, and like he's putting his stuff down. He's trying to pull me out. He's holding onto a tree, like pulling me out. I think I was probably like, I don't know if I was dating Alex at the time or not, but I was probably 14 or 15 maybe. But yeah, that was like, we called it the quicksand, and I was like, wow, what would have happened if I would have stayed here? Would it actually like have eaten me? Would we have to call the the fire department? Like as a child, you're like, wow, what if it just like swallows me? Where are you gonna find quicksand at? Or like even to an extent of like, there was a point in my life where I thought like quicksand didn't even exist, in a sense of like something being like that big of a problem. Is it real?
Yeah, it's funny.
Somebody said quicksand, being on fire, and being offered free are the top 3 things I thought would happen a lot more regularly as an adult. I've also been on fire before, but
I have not, thankfully.
shout out Natalie. We were burning garbage before she got ready to move. We were burning like her mom's old mail and stuff with her old address on it. And we had the bright idea of stealing my dad's gas tank out of the shed. The fire kept going out. We were also like 14, 15 at the time. Yeah. Not the brightest, but also, yeah, add gas to the fire. Fire goes whoosh.
Goes kaboom.
Yeah. And I was putting stuff into the fire, and then Natalie took the gas can and dumped it, but it had the long nozzle on it, and dumped it into the barrel, and it caught the tip on fire, and when she pulled it out, it left a trail of fire from everything dripping off of it, and it caught my leg on fire. I wasn't on fire for very long. I stopped, dropped, and rolled. Thank you. Shout out to the schools. That's probably just about one of the only things I took from school and soaked in that information of, because I literally threw myself on the floor, on the ground, and started rolling around. I still laugh about it to this day because it comes up on my like Snapchat memories, and it's like my whole leg looked like I just had really, really bad razor burn. It was, yeah, it's fine. I called Alex and I was like, I just caught on fire. He's like, okay. We won't get into that either, but he didn't believe me. It's fine. I used to think that favorites and least favorites, favorite color, favorite food, etc., were given to you by your parents like your name. I remember just asking my mom, what's my favorite food? And she said enchiladas as a guess. And so I went around for the next several years saying that was my favorite food.
What?
That's kind of crazy. Somebody said, oh, that's so cute.
She's like, okay.
Huh. That my parents were right about everything.
Mm-hmm.
This one was one that I believed as a child because my mom used to tell me all the time that turning a light on inside of a car while it was moving was illegal. Like at nighttime and you had on a light, I I remember as a child thinking that it was illegal, but now, it's not illegal. Parents would just get annoyed that it might distract them while driving. My mom told me it was illegal first time I turned it on.
That's funny.
Yeah. I always believed my belly button would burst open and my stomach acids and intestines would spill out. Still kind of do. That's diabolical.
Oh my god.
Wow. That's
I don't like that.
Here's another one. That things exist in the dark that go away when you turn the lights on, but the second the lights go off, you gotta run up or down the stairs so they don't get you.
I still believe
I
that.
still run up the stairs as fast as I can. I don't know if the children's boogie monsters in the basement or not.
Sure feels like it.
Alex runs up the stairs too. So, this next one is also one that I also believed as a child. I used to think that if I swallowed a watermelon seed, a watermelon would grow in my stomach.
Yep.
I cried for a week after accidentally eating one.
That was all seeds in general.
It was
though.
black. No, it was only the black watermelon seeds were the ones that I thought would grow inside of me. Or tomato seeds and...
Well, I used to think that people that were pregnant were people that swallowed the watermelon seeds.
So funny. So we can throw in, do you know anything off the top of your head?
No, literally the only thing I can think of is that, like, whenever your parents tell you don't pee in a pool because it'll turn the water, like, blue or, like, is it blue? Like, it's like a dark blue or
like
something.
A dark blue or like a
and I was like, oh my god. But obviously that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Another one that I believed as a child was if you swallowed gum that it would stay in your stomach forever.
Yeah, I was told it would stay in your stomach
like
for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you that out like nobody's, like, it just doesn't digest.
Yeah.
You poop it out.
That you can grow up and do anything that you want.
Lie. You can be anyone you want to be. I want to be a criminal. I want to be a person that has a felony. Thank you. Let me catch some charges.
Oh my.
No, that's crazy. No, I don't know because I feel like I can't think of them unless if it's like somebody else says it, then I'll go, oh yeah, actually I believe that too. Because I don't.
Oh, another one that I remember my grandparents told me growing up was that if you ate the crust on your bread, you would have curly hair.
What?
Yep.
What
My would always take the crust off of his bread. He never ate the crust on his bed. On his bread.
On his bed?
On his bed.
He ate the crust off his
No,
bed.
he would never eat. He would never.
I hope he didn't eat the crust off his bed.
No, yeah. So Kyle would never eat the crust on his bread that I remember, and my grandpa and my great grandpa and my great grandma always told me that if I ate the crust, it would make my hair curly. I don't know if it's true or not because I have curly hair. I straighten it all the time, but I surely do have curly hair. I don't know if it was because I ate the crust or not.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, see, that's
another good one.
What?
That the weekend had nicer weather than weekdays. I feel like not now that I read that, it's not something that I grew up being like, oh yeah, that's true, but
okay.
It's probably because you're in school during the week and then you're at home on the weekends,
so you're enjoying the weather.
Yeah, so you're enjoying your time more.
I really I'm trying to dig deep. This one's up, but whenever I was a kid, I watched 1,000 Ways to Die because it was on the TV.
Yeah.
And I was cleaning with my mom downstairs, and then I went upstairs and my stepdad was watching it, but he fell asleep. And so then I kind of watched an episode, and the one episode was this lady had this is kind of graphic, but she had fallen asleep, and in her dream she was getting choked out by a demon.
I remember you talking about
a demon, and it killed her. But in reality, she was choking out herself, but she still died. And I was
That's
like,
crazy.
so like I literally could not go to sleep for a long time when I was a kid.
That's
Yeah.
kind of scary. That's kind of scary. This one. I thought the world was in black and white and that they invented color in the 1950s. Because if you really think about it, we aren't able to look back and see the world in color when colored television and pictures were invented. So we don't know really. It's kind of like you look back at pictures from like our childhood and outside looks so much more luscious and like bright colors and everything, and nowadays it's like dull and all of that. So it's like, how luscious were those yards? Like everything back then. This was another one, which that's kind of crazy. I thought it was illegal to drive without shoes on.
Isn't it?
I thought that
was
it was
told.
illegal too. And if it is, I drive illegally because I hate driving. Like in the summertime, I cannot wear my sandals while I'm driving. I'm always afraid that if I'm wearing my sandals or like any sort of like open shoe, that if I go to like slam on my brakes or something, it would get caught on my shoe and I wouldn't be able to like slam on my brakes. Okay, this is a good one. Because I feel like this would be something that I would have believed or I did believe as a child too. So whenever there is a movie that has a flashback scene to when the main characters are kids, I used to think that the scene was filmed when the actors were that age, then the studio waited years for the kids to grow up and finish filming that movie.
Yeah.
That's definitely one that I believe. Like, it's so funny because I can't recall half the things that I thought of or believed as a child, unless if it was like really significant. But now that I read some of these, it's
Yes.
yeah. I can't think of anything else like off the top of my head except for the fact that I guess it would fall into like having OCD, not obsessive cleaning disorder, but the kind that makes you go crazy thinking that like if you don't do a certain thing by a certain time, or like if you don't like turn your radio volume up to a certain number, then you'll die, or your mom will die, like, or like you step on a crack, you'll break your mom's back. Like that was the biggest one. Like when growing up, it's like if you step on a crack, you'll break your mom's back. Kind of like that thing, yeah. I might just be like my mental health is just, I'm a little crazy. It's fine. It's fine.
That's funny. I'm a little crazy.
I might just be a little crazy. But yeah, I can't think of anything else off the top of my mind. Anytime, I feel like anytime that I'm reading, you're like, I'm like, am I making this?
That's why I try to play with something, because sometimes like I really just space out. But no,
Yeah.
I just can't, because like in school,
Yep.
no. Like I would literally fall asleep during math class and she'd just let me sleep, and I'm like, okay.
Yep. Knocked out. Yeah, I'm trying to think of if there was anything else that.
Oh, we'll come up with it after the is over.
Oh, I never knew about growing up. I obviously once you retire and you get your 401k and like everything and like Social Security, like all of that, old people that don't work, I just thought that they would get like an infinite amount of money. Like they're old, they're retired, they earned it. They get their money now. So I was like, oh, I can't wait to be old and retired.
Yeah, I saw that like my grandparents were rich.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I'm like, oh, they don't have
buy
to
us,
work.
yeah, they don't have to work. They buy us everything. They make us a nice warm breakfast when we stay the night.
Grandma's always bringing gifts.
Yeah. No. Look at us. That is real.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a short little video. Some things, ridiculous things, or things that we believed as a child. Lack thereof that we could think of, but
I
wanted
definitely
to read.
I guarantee you, because I was trying to think of this for like the long. I'm like, I have nothing. I don't know. Like my brain, I don't know, but I guarantee there's some.
Obviously, the bubble gum.
My parents are always lying to me, so I don't know.
We don't know what's real and what's not.
Yeah, no. So I got trust issues.
I mean,
The only ones I got are f***ed up, so I'm not gonna. trauma dump here. But with that,
we're
gonna go eat some pizza.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments what ridiculous things you believed as a child, or if there's anything that you still believe / aren't too sure of. With that being said, we will see you in the next one. Bye.